Hey guys, welcome to the stream. And hello to the VOD watchers as well. Don't forget, if you are watching this after the fact, you can find the build timestamp below. Just give me a second while I pin Discord and Twitter as always here. I hope everyone's looking forward to a very warm, if not very warm, wonderful weekend. And we'll have a little bit of coffee and hello people at the bridge, shall we? While we wait for some people to arrive. Dush, how are you, mate? Already had a little chat with you this morning. Nice to see you here. Bread Pickles, Star Stuff, Bad Wolf, how are you guys? Happy Saturday to all, of course. I've got some bits in the downtown in Yoakley I want to work on today. I did actually mention it in the episode. So lots of road fun. We're going to play with the road tools for a little bit. And then we will also work on some other bits and pieces. Play with some of the piers, I think. See if we can come up with some cool shapes. Happy weekend, Scope. You as well, mate. Sorry, I can't watch the stream right now. It's too hot. I'm going outside. You'll stay cooler if you stay inside, Bram. Close the curtains and play video games. It is already very warm. Yeah, and my PC is throwing out heat running CS2 and live streaming. It's going to be a sweaty one today, everyone. Settle in. I have a sweaty egg. Hey, Jedi. How are you, bud? Yeah, I think all of Europe is suffering with awful heat this weekend, aren't they? Yeah, so it looks like we're about to get a big thunderstorm, but it's very humid. It's very sticky. It's 23 at the minute, but it's about to piss down. It was a bit warmer earlier. I think we're in for 26, 27 tomorrow. I think Europe has it worse. London is 32 this weekend, is it? It feels like the first horrific day of the year, really. Today's the first one where you're like, oh, it's too hot. No, thank you. I will get hard boiled, yeah. With my feet in the water and a cold drink in my hands, yeah, I can't argue with that, Bram. Have fun, mate. Have fun. Have a drink on me. Wish we get a thunder down south. It's 28 down there. We're getting 33 again today. Oh, God. You call that hot? We know, yeah, but you're Australia. You're, like, comically hot. Like, it doesn't matter what your temperatures anymore. That's just like a joke. Like, no one else... I guess the only real place that competes with Australia would be places like Saudi and Arizona, maybe, for like horrific high 40 temperatures where there's lots of people. So we know we can't compete with that war. No one competes with the Aussie temperatures. What is the hottest you'll get out in Perth? In like the absolute worst day in August, Wolf, what's the highest you'll get? So this road through here, sorry to explain what I'm doing, I want it to be all highway system. So I think we'll start out with a little bit of parallel road action. And since we're already using 6 lanes, or 3 lanes here and here on each network, single network in this case, we'll do, I think, some nice parallel road stuff. So you will come, we only really want angle and geometry snapping here, I think. We'll just get a sense of how this can flow. It's only 35 Celsius there today. Where are you from, Bread Pickles? If you want to disclose that information, feel free to not answer. Hey Gen X, how are you, bud? It's the humidity that makes it worse here in the UK. And the fact that our homes are built to retain heat as well. When we get high temperatures, it's awful. I've actually seen quite a few sort of foreign people complain about UK heat and say that it is actually a lot worse. I'm not exactly sure of the, I guess the geological science behind why that actually happens, but UK heat definitely has a reputation for being worse than just, yeah, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I know people say like, oh, Egg, it's only 20, you know, come to Phoenix and roast in 70-degree heat. It's like, well, I'm not going to do that. But the UK heat, it is awful. It's not enjoyable. So it's like something about it. I'm sure the UK gang will represent me here. But I always agree, like, wet, humid heat is significantly worse than the dry desert heat, if you like. I'd much rather have, like, Saudi heat compared to Singapore heat, you know? No thanks to humidity. I think there should be okay. We've got Bit of height difference there, though. Do I hate that? Well, I wonder if a surface will actually disguise that as if it's engineered. I'm just going to check. I'm going to assume no. I think it'll look a bit weird, but we'll try it. Or a week of 40 plus. Okay, I can get 42. Oh, 42 is horrific, man. The worst we had was 45. No, that's awful. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We will terraform here. Coming out to this height that the downtown is on. Let me mute my phone as well, sorry, for notifications start coming through. Yeah. It's 39 here now in Jeddah, Saudi. I don't know how to say your name, mate. I can't read Arabic, unfortunately, but assalamu alaikum, brother. I hope you're okay. How is life out in Jeddah, if I might ask? Don't tend to get many Saudis in the chat. Dry heat lets you breathe. True, Star. True. I think maybe I'm much more prone to that as well, being asthmatic. Maybe I just hate it for that reason. Maybe I just don't enjoy it. Terrain layer. We could, but I think when we're having them this close together, there'll always be that dimensional tearing. It'll look a bit janky. Maybe trees can hide it. Probably. Yeah. But we'll just terraform anyway. Exploring the idea of surfaces. Do we want to do you want to do tree lining? Or we can try maybe sand. I don't mind sand actually. What do you think of that? I think that's quite nice, isn't it? Currently 13 degrees and rain in Finland. Great summer. When I was in Finland in October, I had all the cities, Tampere and Helsinki on my weather apps, and then checked them again in December and it was down to like -14. I was like, oh my word. Horrendous. Like, I like it cold, but Arctic Circle cold is a bit much, I think. Usually takes several days to acclimatize, but we get it for like 3 days here every couple of weeks over the summer. 40, but you get a lot of moisture from the Red Sea. Interesting. It's funny, isn't it, how we're all acclimatized to these different temperatures. What's horrendous for some people is just awful for another. I do find that quite interesting. Annoying tree collision will stop any tree patterns here, and I don't really want the road any wider than this. It's the same the other side as well. So, I don't know. Do we want to go with surfaces? Welcome to all 56 of you here as well, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on the stream and joining us here. I'll tell you what we are going to do today as well, actually, while we're here. I have a new live stream thing for us to enjoy. We'll do it while you early gang are here. So we are going to add a pin. So shout out where you're from, and every live stream at the start and end, we will add a pin to your guys' locations and slowly collect a map of all of the OE viewers. So please shout out your locations, and I will add pins. You don't have to give name and address, but if you want to give a town and country, is probably the minimum I need. Then we'll do that. Cincinnati, Ohio. There you go. That's our first pin. Perth. So we'll do a few of these at the start, and then a few of them at the end, just as a way to collect a bit of fun with so you guys viewers, right? So you see what happened? Like, we'll slowly collate all these little pins. Bergen, Norway. Okay, we'll do that too. Bergen, Norway. Is that the one right there? There's quite a few Bergens. We'll go for that one. Hopefully that's the right one. If it's not, I apologize. Yeah, we'll do Jeddah as well. So we'll say, how many should we do here? Should we do 5 per session? That was the 4th one. Let's pick another one here. Porto, Portugal. Yeah, let's do Porto. Super. So if you guys keep turning up for live streams, keep shouting yourselves out, we will eventually collect all of these different things, right? It should be quite a lot of fun. We'll do, how am I spelling that? Maybe one day, you know, when we do need inspiration for something, we can just come to one of these pins and be like, well, you know, let's go take inspiration for some couplet system from Porto, because one of you guys is from there, right? So if that's not too annoying, we'll break away from streams occasionally to add your guys' locations onto our ever-growing OE subscribers map. I hope that's something interesting for you at least. We'll keep adding them. Maybe during hydration breaks we can add them, right? So with the road here, sorry, let me get back to actually playing CS2. I think I want to reform the road hierarchy a little bit here. And also replace the post office, which will come through. So I think I want a number of super nodes down here. Now, I guess actually if we're going to do super nodes, I need to do one single network beforehand, don't I? Yeah, I do. Let's just use 4-lane highway. It doesn't really matter if it's the exact same place, it will change again anyway. So with our super nodes, we're going to bring them down with quite specific snapping tools here, as I want to maintain whole griddage as we come across. I might even turn off snaps at other geometry there, just slide straight through. You can see there, right? Just as you touch it, it pulls it off ever so slightly there. That's what breaks your grids, you know, that tiny little movement there. And that's because we're snapping to geometry, so let's just go straight through it. I'm not after whole grids here anyway, but you can see it's not like perfectly straight. And then you will come. Do you want to come out of the junction here? That's a great idea. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Well, shout out to Brassack for that one, by the way. He gave me the idea from, I believe, one of the United fan channels. We should add Brassack's location, really, shouldn't we? As thanks, but I won't dox him in case he doesn't want it. I want to try to do some fun curvage here. Let's do an angle. I'm almost wondering if this network is also better being highway roads, really, because we can get a much more refined configuration out of them, I think, than the small roads. We can sacrifice this car park, so I'm not massively bothered about them. And then I mean, this is already a highway road anyway, isn't it? So we might as well make it all. There is the construction site across the road again, everyone, so apologies if it's loud and obtrusive again. I hope it isn't, the microphone isn't picking it up. Quite a variety of locations there is, isn't there? There is. I keep thinking Jeddah from Andor, let's hope not, right? Doesn't Jeddah get nuked by the Death Star? Spoilers, sorry, for Rogue One. Although if you're worried about spoilers, you should have seen Rogue One by now. That's an interesting point, actually. At what point do spoilers ever become acceptable? Is there a time frame? Like, are people allowed to spoil Jaws now, or The Shawshank Redemption? What's the time frame for spoilers to become acceptable? For you to publicly talk about a film? Good, thank you. You guys can probably just hear the construction noises on CS2, right? And you will also become highway road as well. Why is the road marking switching like that? That's very unusual. I don't know why that's happening. Is that a orientation thing? Apparently not. We'll deal with it. Cool. So we'll worry about that. Let's stick a node onto it now. So we'll go very large, if I can find them. I'm planning to attempt an Andor build. That will be incredibly difficult, I imagine. Thousands of assets to make that realistic, I think. I mean, what Andor build? Because Andor is the person, right? He's not a planet. So what, like the main Imperial city? I haven't seen Andor, by the way. What like the main? I've seen like, the clips of it. I've seen both a few episodes. I know of like the Empire city. You're talking about that? Andor inspired. Jaws is 50 years old. God, is it, Star? Holy crap. I wasn't born when Jaws came out, obviously, but I've seen it through my dad. Do the same thing here again too. Do you want to come through here? I'm almost tempted to link these hierarchies together and have it come down that way. We'll only lose a few row homes, and I'm happy to reposition them. The public transport police won't like this. I'm deleting single-family homes for new roads. They won't be pleased. Is that what we want there? Let's turn geometry off again. Grid snap into. Cool. That keeps us whole there. And then we've got a bit of a weird junction to play with here. I'm going to bring it up. And then this one with no grid straight across. About there, I think. And then, yeah, we'll reintroduce some row home districts through here. Maybe even play with some of the smaller assets just to reform this suburb as it's been changed. Is my dad a Teletubby? He's not now. I wish you made a Middle East pack. Yeah, it would be cool. Maybe we'll get another wave of region packs at some point. I feel like you can't do it for really big things like Harry Potter because people come to it often, but probably acceptable for niche movies, series, etc. I think that's a fair assessment, Harry. I think that's a fair assessment. We'll leave this one. Actually, no, we won't. No, we won't. We'll actually have that as highway road. We'll lose you. And then you will also become large mosaic roundabout. And I think that's all the nodes I want along the road. Should be okay, that I think. We'll we'll find out. Cool. And then let's grab our 3 lanes again. And we'll do... Oh, power up, let's not forget that. I just want to scythe all the way through them. I think that's probably the best bet now, isn't it? Got that CS2's road tool's looking good. Look at that. That's so cool. Boom. And then let's delete the roundabouts. And then we can probably chub out these. Might even go 4-lane. No, 3-lane asymmetricals, fine. And these entry roads with some asymmetry, so they have other turning lanes also available. Imagine doing that in CS1, you couldn't, could you? Totally impossible, in fact. So I've learned really, you can just have quite a lot of fun with it. It's essentially node controller and intersection marking tool, like a poor man's version, isn't it? Built into the vanilla experience here with the roads. Very nice indeed. No traffic lights here, just give way to the arterial. I am trying to pretend this is like 40-mile-an-hour road, even though it's not. This is like 70, this is the highest speed for the game, but I want the configurability, if you like, of the highway roads. I think Sam Burr did a really good Middle East build. It's quite a few years old now. But I think it was one of the last series he did. He was doing like a border build, so kind of like 2 different styles. I was actually talking about doing something like that last week, wasn't I? We were talking about a possible Istanbul-inspired build one day. Kind of 2 continents split by a river. But that could be very, very fun to pull off in CS. Maybe we'll attempt that one day as one of our main series. It would probably be Istanbul-inspired as opposed to a recreation, I think. Right. Because we've never really done, well, we haven't really, we just straight up haven't done a major European build. We've used Barcelona inspiration a few times for the European vanilla buildings, but not with the other ones. Should we use the keywords here? Yeah, I think a full European inspired city should be a lot of fun one day. We definitely will around to attempting that, I think. All the people now homeless, yeah, they'll be alright. They'll be alright. I will rebuild their homes if they just wait. You give it about 2 hours, guys. We'll probably have your homes back up. I'm actually going to get rid of all of these now, because I want to reform the zoning. To reclaim some trees back here as well. I imagine we probably should still be reclaiming trees, because in the long run, it is going to save Yoakley's frame rate. So I should be mindful of deforestation, really. And then with the layer here, so we just want to keep it in. It does give it a slight embanking, doesn't it? Don't forget the post office back in. Great, shout, does. Should we put that here? It was the vanilla one, wasn't it? Oh, come on, you can't fit there. You definitely can. Oh, will you actually? Can I get away with this? Oh. I mean, that's kind of dangerous, isn't it? I guess. No, I guess you'd see that in real life, right? I guess that's just like a very wonky frontage road. Is that the space for it? Or is that going to irritate me over time? Because I know it looks like that. I think just on the waterfront on the corner there, right? That's pretty much perfect. Low rent housing. Yeah, this would be a good spot for some low rent, actually, Harry. Let's get some of that in. I think for low rent, I actually prefer... I thought the UK towers were low rent, but they're not. They're high density. And I think the Chinese and the Eastern European ones are really stylized. So I think I'm going to go with vanilla. How about a vanilla low rent block right there? Right next to the highway where it's nice and loud. The most we got was Eurovin. Yeah, I think that was the biggest one. Oh, Orchid Bay had a pretty decent sized European area. I actually really like the part of the city. Is it Old Haven, I think, wasn't it? That bit. Let's get some treeage there. The Italian build would be incredible looking. I'm almost a little bit intimidated for European builds because they're so different. I think I would really struggle with the road networks. But I think I'm probably thinking it from like a vanilla perspective. I would obviously have Move It to assist with piecing little blocks together and whatnot, so I think I'd be alright. So I'm trying to position this alleyway road here to hold probably no more than 3 deep, I think, to be honest. And we just had vanilla row homes here, didn't we? The North American stuff. Although we should bring in some of the Northeast stuff. Let's try and play with something a bit different here if we can. I do love the row homes. Great addition to CS2's zoning pool. Not got no space there. That's, is that because of you? I think it is, isn't it? Can I actually remove the zoning there with a pathway? I think we should be alright. And we had a guy in our Discord. He's not been around for a few years now. I'm not sure if he's left or if he's just not active anymore. But he was building a Spanish-inspired build, and like the interchanges from like south of Spain, maybe around kind of Valencia and Seville sort of areas. And he was posting screenshots on Discord. I can't remember his username now, otherwise I'd search him. It was years ago. But it was really good, and that was all Spanish-inspired. It's interesting, yeah. I never really take inspiration from Europe unless we're going for like classic European Barcelona super blocks, you know. I actually came very close to doing a Gibraltar-inspired build on Poplar Ponderosa's map, which might still yet happen, because Gibraltar's really cool. Have you ever been to Gibraltar on Google Maps? Do you want to go? It's absolutely mental. There's just like an airport in the middle of the highway. I mean, like you drive over the runway. It's crazy. Can you imagine if I did that in CS? Imagine if I did that. Do you want to go? Should we do it? I can always use Gibraltar Airport to attack the aviation police. Let me head to Google Earth. Look at it. So, city right here is Gibraltar, a British territory on the very southern tip of Spain. It's also got fantastic cargo port inspiration. Look at that. Gorgeous. Like really cool build. Plus the big Gibraltar rock as well. Super amazing. Really great city to take inspiration from. But airport, right? This is definitely an airport. It's even labelled as such. Highway. That comes across a runway. Right? That. You've never seen anything like it, have you? One of the most unique airports in the world, probably. Amazing, isn't it? Should get a little shot from the water here if we can. Look at that. So I think this would be such a cool CS inspired build. And Popular Ponderosa has already made a Gibraltar map, so I think one day we will come to tackle a Gibraltar inspired build. This is where I'd struggle here, right? This would be my Achilles heel with a European style build. The roads are crazy, and I love my American grid. It's just how I'll enjoy playing CS. It just works, doesn't it? The grid works. But some great detail and inspiration actually. Little water fountain. So yes, you wouldn't be able to zone a build like this. Absolutely not. Everything would have to be plopped. Absolutely everything. You couldn't zone a single thing here. But some nice beach park inspiration as well. Even though a lot of this looks quite overgrown though. You imagine this would have been landscaped, right? Guaranteed if this is in like Sydney or something, this is all landscaped park, isn't it? That's so surprising. Wouldn't you just imagine that being prime, pristine waterfront and having all this landscaped, but it's just overgrown green belt? Is that even a road, is it? Yeah, it is the road, isn't it? Yeah. How interesting. That's prime for development, that, isn't it? Sorry to get distracted by that. But yes, anyway. Gibraltar, definitely one of the weirder places you're likely to come across. Especially with its airport. So the next time the aviation police come after me, I'm just going to link them to that. Be like, there you go. That's my excuse. If Gibraltar can do that, Egg can do this. That's my argument going forward now, right? And we've got room for 2 lanes in here, actually. Let me try and bring this in. Probably not. Although I reckon we can probably divide with some alleyways, though. I'm trying to just shape my zoning squares here to be them cute little 3x3 numbers. Or 3 deep, at least, rather than 3x3. Can I just do... Can I just do that? Do I mind that? Will that work? Will you zone? You should. They will. Fantastic. We'll do that then. Even though this is a very small little district, this row home neighbourhood should look very nice, just tucked in alongside the highway like this. And then we'll go... Which way do we want them aligned here? Probably facing the main street, right? You're all going to grow awkwardly in different ways around? Of course you are. It wouldn't just behave, would it? Of course. We're all facing different ways. Back from refilling my iced coffee. Are we doing Google Maps now? Yeah, we've just been checking out Gibraltar. Yeah, why is that abandoned like that? Yeah. Financial crisis? Yeah, maybe. I guess maybe the landowner doesn't have the money to develop it. Not in southern Spain though, it's too dry and costly to maintain a landscaped area. There must be some in Gibraltar though, surely. You think with real estate like that on the waterfront? Maybe. Would Gibraltar technically be a UK build? That's a very good point, EMB. That's a very good point. I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone there, good night. Or 1 bird with 2 stones. If you know, you know. 100% 2008 financial crisis, Spain got hit really hard and you can see abandoned developments everywhere. Interesting, Harry. And it still hasn't recovered, hey? Cool. I'm happy with this. Let's get the last of our zonings in here. And yeah, we'll use these tiny little ones too. I think I actually prefer row homing when it's smaller. I think you can do some quite fun things with it, especially with the alleyway roads. Let's bring some greenery here now. Oh, come on, CST. Let it happen. There we go. Yeah, we did have a small park here, didn't we? It was just the entire playground. So let's have, we'll do a custom one. We'll place one there so they actually get the benefit. And then we'll fill a lot of these spaces with some custom detailing, mate. Carry on getting those trees in first, and we can have some fun with that little spot there. Really wish we had fences for instances exactly like this here. So a hedgerow will have to suffice. What a shame. Any excuse for a line of bushes? Oh, come on. colliding with trees is the bane of my existence. There we go. That'll be fine. We can probably take that pathway from there again now too. I like the northeast ones. They've got quite a nice colour variation to them as well, don't they? Would the highway sound barrier look ridiculous here? No. No. I feel like it blocks the view. Do we also want you to be highway road? What we're doing with these roads here? I think for sake of traffic, it's probably best to not have them stopping here, isn't it? Are you going to collide with that? Are you being for real? Of course. Right. Enjoy myself. Yeah, more reasons, everyone. Please document these as they happen. Oh, come on, CS2. You're not colliding with that. You're not colliding with that. Yes, let me know, everyone. This is one more reason why we need a toggleable collision in this game. Please caster the developers for it, like I do. Maybe one day we'll get it. There we go. We'll make use of that instead. At least that aligns the zoning onto the main road. That's really what I wanted. We could bushline the highway here. Hey, Rookie, the Gibraltar map is great. I'm currently building a city on it. Are you? Are you in the Discord, Rookie? I'd love to see pictures. Are you taking Gibraltar inspiration or just building freehand, if you like? Hey, Jen, welcome into the stream. This is getting to be about a thing. Yeah, I'm trying to be much more consistent with my streaming. This is the fourth Saturday in a row now, isn't it? And we had the Palaban live stream midweek last week too. So, yeah, I hope you're enjoying being back live with me again on your Saturdays. That's great. Another low rent tower here. I think I'm going to get shut of this low density office as well. I don't want any of it here anymore. We'll probably rezone a lot of this. Be a little bit more medium density, I think. Is there even a reason for collision to exist? Not that I've ever noticed. I've never been given a reason why. Pretty much every update, I always, when I see it that it's not in the patch notes, I always say like toggleable collision when, and I've never actually given a reason as to why it's never put in the game. Satisfactory handles it perfectly. If you're colliding with something in Satisfactory, your UI just turns yellow and says, hey, FYI, this is going to collide with something if you place this here, and then it still lets you place it. The most annoying thing about CS Vanilla is when it just outright says, no, you're not doing this for no reason. It's so annoying. Anarchy is one of the most important features that this game needs, I think. That's why I was so shirty, I think, a few weeks ago when I saw that customers now paying for shopping has been fixed as a priority fix. I'm just like, it's not. It's not what's needed. It's not what's needed. But whatever, I won't get into that again. I do enjoy the vanilla experience of what it's worth. It is a lot of fun. Cool. Let's get more trees up against here as well, I think. Try and shelter the single family memories from the noise of Ivy Highway. I wouldn't mind doing some road naming as well, you know. If you guys have got any good road names, especially for these big arterials through the city. We're in Benedict here. So if you've got any good road names for this big, chungus highway arterial that goes through the middle of the city, do let me know. Let me have a quick drink here too. The build is looking good. Thank you, Mongo. Appreciate you. I build freehand and I put the airport at the right place. Nice, rookie. Yeah, I'd love to see some pictures, mate, if you're in the Discord. Please share some screenshots with us. There's a channel for city showcasing. You can post them in there. You could do so much more without collision in vanilla. Yeah, you could. Yeah, it really opens up the game if they just allow collision. Hopefully one day. Although I'm not holding out a lot of hope. It did take pretty much 10 years to get a line tool. So maybe another 10 years for that next little quality of life improvement. Who knows? We can only keep asking, can't we? I actually don't like what's going on here. I think I might actually bushline the back of these houses that don't have fence. I know they're likely to maybe gain fence as they level up, but for right now, I think I actually will just run the bush line here. At my throat, maybe a little bit more raw than usual as well today, everyone. I am, it's hay fever season now, so everything's a little bit more kind of raw feeling, if you like, so please forgive some slight croakiness. I bought CS2 a couple of days ago, not the best time in a heat wave. You couldn't have picked a worse time, probably, James. You couldn't have picked a worse time, mate. How much better is this looking, by the way? Looking quite alright that now, isn't it? Been thinking about this highway development for quite a while. But Egg, aren't you glad that some signature buildings now applies its 1% bonus to east-facing post offices on Thursday afternoons? Yes, I am. That's so true. That is so true. Literally that, yes. Literally that. That's such a great, such a good description. Yeah, I am happy about that. Yeah, thank God, right? Thank God. Fantastic. So I wouldn't mind mixed use here as well. Maybe not here though. Do you want to go mixed use? Huh? Can't place a car park on these highway roads, can I? Yeah, it just complains of no connection, doesn't it? Okay. I'm not sure how I want to develop this space here. I might even bring in just some Chinese low rent as well. I just want to get an asset selection here as to what I might want to put. I think low rent does fit the theme, being near a noisy road network. You definitely drive past lots, especially in the UK. Drive past lots of like social tower blocks by busy motorways, A roads, etc. But definitely not near noise pollution. French is probably too stylized, I think. Let's let some of this go in and see what we feel like. Any suggestions of zoning here, feel free to let me know. Hey Robbie, good morning mate, how are you? Yeah, we don't have air conditioning in the UK. Houses are built to retain heat. As a resident of Florida, life without AC is horrible. Do you ever get the nasty dry heat in Florida? Or is it constant horrific humidity? Like, does it ever let up, or is it always wet heat, if you like, I guess is what I'm asking. I had to survive about 4 months of Florida. Couldn't fix ours, it was brutal. Here in Saudi Hill, half the electricity bill is from the AC. Quite expensive to run, aren't they? If it's like a big built-in Mitsubishi wall-mounted thing. Just spent a fortune on 2 aircon units for the sim shed and bedroom. Didn't bother with the kids' bedrooms. They need to understand the struggle. Brutal, Darren. Yeah, I agree with that, mate. I agree with that. Hey, Eggsy. Welcome to the stream, buddy. How are you? We never get dry except during the winter. So you get the dry heat in the winter, do you? Sorry for such a weather-focused chat this morning, everyone. Well, it's the way the stream is panning out. I mean, Southwest mixed use is always a winner, isn't it? I don't think I'll ever say no to Southwest mixed use. The Chinese low rent is actually maybe a little bit more usable than I initially anticipated. Especially this one. Maybe a little repeated pattern of this. I know we can't historical, but hopefully it won't change too much. Hey Jude, welcome to the stream as well. Always humid during the summer. We've had thunderstorms every night for the past 2 weeks straight. It's bad for the environment too, which makes the world hotter. Yeah, it puts out a nasty fume, doesn't it? I think. Isn't there like air conditioning sickness too? I think I've heard of that before. What position have you grown off here? That's your front, isn't it? I think I'm gonna go with Chinese low rent then. I think I'll keep this block of Southwest in, but the other stuff, I think we'll go all Chinese. That's another good CS inspired build as well. China's a very unique setting, isn't it? So what are we here? 2x4 low rent Chinese is a favorite. Everyone remember that. 2x4 low rent Chinese. Sounds like a what 3 words combination, doesn't it, actually, when you keep saying it? AC honestly isn't that expensive to run. The upfront cost is the units is normally. I have a portable AC at the minute because screw this heat in the UK. Costs about 20p to run that. That's not too bad, is it? 20p an hour is not bad. Hey, wait, what's your showcase VOD earlier? What a lovely little build. It was nice, that one, wasn't it, Eggsy? Yeah, there was a city showcase that went out this morning, guys, if you haven't seen it. It was an awful lot of fun. A 6-year project, no mods, 9 tiles. Really, really nice build. And as Eggsy can vouch, it's worth a watch. Bring a bit more border to these highway roads as well. This is looking much better through here now, isn't it? With great traffic flow, I might add. Have we had a rush hour yet? Yeah, a rush hour's not long past, and it's been alright. Very tardy indeed. 250 USD in Saudi can get you a good AC. You can even find cheaper to 150 USD. I bet there's going to be some interesting sort of stats, isn't there, actually, on household air conditioning being installed in the UK over the next few years, as we suffer with more difficult summers. Yeah. I think we will do some path work around here as well. Let's do... We do this. But we lose a bush. Are they like de-aging when I delete them? I've never seen that happen before. You see that? Like turning back to children as I destroy them with the network. Cool. And then lots of surface in here will just help us naturally extend what's already available. Very nice indeed. It's boiling here in Sussex. Yeah, I think down south's got it worse there, haven't they? We're about 25 here at the minute, but it looks like it's about to piss down though, so... We've got some thunderstorms too, which I do enjoy. I like a thunderstorm. Let's drag that there too. I actually wonder if the pathway is doing more harm there. I think I might just send the pathway to the edge of the building. And then just have the surface, because I'm not bothered about it being used. It's not like they need to walk here. It's only a single isolated block. But if we can join the grass of the two parks together, I think that makes it a bit more believable, doesn't it? Let's grab some of those tables as well. Which are in this menu. 28 in Yorkshire. Shout out to Yorkshire. We might be very close, Vertex. I'm near the Yorkshire-Cumbria Lancs border. Bet Coco doesn't like a storm. No, Coco's pretty much deaf now, or at least has selective deafness. And she also spent a lot of her early life around guns, so bangs and explosions don't really phase her. She's suffering with shock and awe, probably. A lot of trauma, maybe, that she just can't talk about. But yeah, she never really bother with them, really. Bangs don't really bother her. Yeah, sometimes I think she's deaf, but then, like, she definitely hears things sometimes, and I'm like, you're definitely just ignoring me. You're not actually deaf. I think the hottest temp in the UK yesterday was about 88 miles away from me at RAF Lakenheath. Yeah, it's a horrible warm weekend for everyone, I think, isn't it? Okay. I am really liking this little area of the city. It's turning out lovely, isn't it? Selective deafness and common impacts I hear. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she definitely mugs me off. She has her own agenda. One was wondering if we can make like a little communal space out the back here where it hasn't zoned. And then you, little delivery area. Can I make you? Oh no, you're gonna level up, aren't you? Yeah, there's no point doing that. It will I could use prop fencing if I really want to mess about. Yeah. Oh no, no, there's no point because it might change. It might change. I need to wait till the building's leveled up really before I do anything like that. I was thinking of building the concrete delivery area out the side, but we can spend 20 minutes doing that and then it'll level up and not make any sense anymore. Historical buildings also desperately needed back in CS2. But I reckon a lot of those residential little patio furnitures here, you'd have to pretend they've got gates in those fences there. These ones, yeah, this stuff here. You know, you can almost imagine like the condo complex is just put like a little communal grass space at the back here. Maybe a little pool. Something for the kids, maybe. I have to pray a car doesn't come through the bushes, God forbid. Maybe one of these little sheds. There's like a little outdoor bar or something. Quite posh apartments, these. Hey, Biffa, how are you, mate? It's also common among children, yeah. Selective deafness, isn't it? Imagine it is, Biffa. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. You've been chilling in the pool or keeping it cool all morning? Very nice, these things. I unfortunately do not have access to a pool. Did you put a hot tub in? Communal hot tub? Which this many people, that sounds pretty horrendous actually. Imagine that water gets pretty pretty septic. Would not want to share a hot tub that has access to that many people. And then should we do some trees? Maybe some larger oaks to shelter. Again, just the harshness of the highway, maybe. Something like that. And then... Are you colliding with my swings? Yes, but it's fine, right? You can swing under the oak tree. I'm hot, how are you? Yeah, pretty much the same, mate. Hot, a little bit hay fever today. Oh, look at that. They all came in different colour variations too. Please never level up. Want to make sure these guys have access to literally 0 services so they never change. I want to be quite daring. I wonder if I can do it. I don't think it's going to fit. Where's my parking alleyway roads? I also don't want to destroy the zoning. Please don't destroy. I guess I want grid snapping on. Sort of, maybe. Will that work? And then if I do... Try and give them some parking here for the apartments, that I think will look very nice if we can get it configured. Are you happy? It didn't change. Right? I think that's very nice. A little bit of parking frontage. We'll remove the bushes from here as well, I think. Bring some trees into the corner. Hey Josh, good morning mate. How are you? Good morning, California. Do you want surface here? When's New Zealand starting, Biffa? Although we came across a great idea the other day. I was thinking about it walking around my apartment and I was like, it should be called New Zealand. Or at least something in the marketing needs to make use of the phrase New Zealand. I think. That would be quite good. Do you want a pedestrian path over this? That'll look quite nice, right? I don't know where we're going to put that though. Maybe down here? Behind the post office? This might be my favourite ever road in any city we've done. What is the temperature in England today? It's 25 where I am in the furthest north, and in the deepest south it's about 33, I think. Midlands is getting in the middle of that, so it's actually at 28. Hey Chili Weasel, how are you, mate? How are you? How are you? Are you considering a private hot tub jacuzzi for the new place? Cheeky little egg cooker. No, mate, I'm not. Oh, the mortgage was accepted, by the way, guys, and the house now has a sold sign outside of it, so I think I'm much more secure in the sale process now, thankfully. So we're into the next stages now. I was very anxious that a cash buyer was going to appear from somewhere and take my house, but no, it is sold in the process of selling to me now, which is nice. But no private hot tub, no. I'm not a massive hot tub lover. I think they're quite overrated, to be honest. I think they're a bit more romanticized compared to what they actually deliver. Is anyone else on board with me with that? I think that's a pretty common thing, right? It's always better to talk about it than actually getting one. Maybe. Can we mess about with prop work in here, I wonder? Can we? Thank you for the congratulations and party emojis, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you, Darren. As soon as I record it, I love New Zealand. Well, if you can squeeze New Zealand in there, Biffa, I'll be happy to be listed in credits. In credit for New Zealand to Overcharged Egg. But yeah, feel free to use it, mate. It's royalty free. That one. Use it as you see fit. Yeah, I think I'm happy with these planters in between. Although we've only got one space to fill because these are what are they called? Roads. What else? And a little bit of roads there. That's such a nice way to use Chinese low density, isn't it? we get a little bit of appreciation for that? I really like that. That might be one of my favourite things in the whole city, you know. Do you want some benches down this alleyway as well? This is a great place to get mugged. If anyone's ever seen Peep Show, this is sort of like at the bottom of Apollo House. You know, where Mark gets terrorised by the children. That sort of vibe around here. This bench is a bit fancy. We're going to drop down to this little back one. I think so. I guess going to have a nest. I am. Building my own nest style finally. Let's go now. The joys of paper. I know, mate. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Solicitors want to charge me a fortune for just searches. It's like, tell me what you're searching for. I'll do it for you for free. Why do you need £350 to search for something? It's ridiculous. Like all of a sudden, like you buy a house and then everyone just wants a cut of the action. It's like, oh yeah, well, we need to search for, you know, lost Senegalese termites, and if they're there, then we have to charge you £300 for that. It's like, it doesn't matter, mate. Like, I'll tell you what, I'll do it for free. I will go and find the whatever it is you're looking for free. It's ridiculous, honestly. All of a sudden, all these fees and charges just start rising. It's yeah, expensive to buy a house. New Valtierland. How about T-Horse Islands after Cities? I like T-Horse Islands, good. $350. I paid $900. We're probably paying for different things for a type. There's house searches, identity checks with solicitors. They want millimeters paperwork. It's just horrible. I'll totally appreciate the stress of mortgaging now. You kind of spend your whole life not in a mortgage and hearing people complain of the process of mortgages, and you're like, can't be that bad. But when you're actually going through it, you're just like, just leave me alone, please. Please stop asking me for things. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Right, let's move into this next block here now, which is going to consist of what we got here at the minute. You are Southwest Apartments. Should we do a part block? We've got a lot of goods issues in the city, haven't we? We're going to fix this next episode. We're going to build the port. Just ignore them for now. Let's have a little hydration break actually before we start that next block. I'm doing an awful lot of talking. It's when they charge you for reading an email. What, you got charged for reading an email, did you? You should try living in the south. It's even worse to find a house. It's even worse up here, mate. And fun fact, the home I'm buying was just a holiday let. Everyone's selling their second homes now because of this tax that the government's bringing in. So all of a sudden up here, where it's all touristic industry, loads of homes have all got for sale now because everyone's selling their second homes. And it's finally actually giving local people a chance to get on the housing ladder. Because, yeah, this house I went into, everything had like electronic testing stickers and there was a key box outside. And then we asked the estate agent and they confirmed it was being used as a holiday let, which is a huge problem here. Especially near Lake District, Yorkshire. I'm sure you know about it quite well, Vertex. You probably have it around your way of Yorkshire, right? Imagine it's the same all across most of the national parks. But, yeah, it's not easy getting on the housing ladder at all. It's taken me 10 years, pretty much. Although it has proved to be a little bit more difficult being a YouTuber. The banks are like, do we trust you? Like, please. I promise I'll pay you back. So, I think that's why it took a little bit longer to be confirmed, because they were a bit suspicious of the job title, I think. On a serious note, they was irritating as solicitors are. Having to chase them constantly, they're worth it just to cover your back legally. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get caught up with legal stuff with property, do you? Get dragged through that. I understand it's there for a reason. It's a major first world problem as well, you know. I'm lucky enough even just being able to gather a deposit to get a mortgage. A lot of people are not in that situation, so I count myself lucky at the end of the day. Right, through here, this is a bit big. I'd like to divide you up. Do we want to go... Oh, please don't break. You have to stay whole for me. Really don't want you to break. Don't know why you are breaking though. Yeah. It's because it's being pulled off by that, isn't it? It's fine. I'll make do without it. I'm just being finicky for no reason. Angle there. And then I think we'll get selective with 3x3 southwest towers. And maybe some 4x3. Or they won't ever grow in that configuration. No, only 2x2. No, I don't want lots of buildings. I'll keep it small then. Let's stick to 3x3. Or 2x3 rather. And just see what grows from this. Wouldn't mind some more southwest office around here as well, maybe. I think we'll keep this block in particular residential though. Also, prepare yourself for urgent emails sent at 4:59 on a Friday. Yeah. Oh, look at the train moving through the city. Isn't that nice? Let's have a little spectate here while I correct my posture and read some chat. About time someone did something to tackle that. Yeah, it did need taxing. It's a huge problem in the Lakes. Like, massive problem. Everyone, like, if you grow up in the Lake District around sort of like in the central South Lakes, like from like Keswick down to Windermere, really. Like it's a super gorgeous area, like very affluent to live there because the houses are usually in excess of $1 million. If you're not in like a dense townhouse, that is, which is usually closer to $500,000 anyway. Like kids just can't afford it, so they have to move out. They either go to Kendal or further out to Lancaster. And it's the same with all the national parks. It became so much worse since it became a UNESCO site. The World Heritage label just amplified the tourist traffic so much more. It became so bad since then, really. So, yeah, it's giving me a chance to get on the market at least, anyway. Professional builder of gorgeous cities. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. How do you think so? Can we do more pins on the map? Yes, we can. Egg bread, but it's £1 million. As my house is not £1 million, mate. I wish it was. I wish you all watched that much Cities content. To the point I wouldn't even need a mortgage, but alas, no. Maybe one day we'll get one of the £1 million houses. Yeah, well, we're having a hydration break. Let's do some more pins. Everyone, chuck me a pin to add. Got United States, Portugal, Saudi, Norway, and Finland so far. Well, we can go have a look at some of the £1 million houses if you want. I'll show you like the luxury of the luxury in the Lake District. Amazing. It's super, super nice. Cork Island. County Cork. Home of Roy Keane, if I'm not mistaken. We'll give that a little... Actually, no, we'll stick with red. Otherwise, it'll always start getting confusing. Hampshire, UK. Can I tag a county? I probably can, can't I? Yeah. Hampshire, UK. Did that save? I did. Bradenton. Or Bradenton. Florida. Singapore. Very cool. We're such a diverse audience here, don't we? So many of us across the world all come together to watch me mess about with words for an hour and 5. What are we pinning? Subscriber locations, EMB. Every hydration break and every stream, we're going to add some location pins of our wonderful audience. And slowly, over time, we will collect a pin of our viewers, which I think should be really cool. Hong Kong. Get Hong Kong in. That'll be our first Chinese pin, I think. Or at least, not Chinese, sorry, Far East Asian. Was that the right one? See on the options. New Jersey. I'll just tag the whole state, Jen. Lancashire. We'll do Lancashire. We'll do Lancashire. There we go. That's the next wave of pins for us. I'm really looking forward to watching that grow over there. Many different live streams we'll have. Should be quite a lot of fun, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So the zoning around here. Must be one if we want to bring some park space in here too. Let's have one final building. Can I get you to grow big? No. How about we... There's not a lot of asset size, it would seem, in Southwest Pack, is there? It's only growing very specifically. Which is fine, I can deal with that. Although I think I do actually want you facing the parking road. Sorry, I don't want you growing there. Let's bring in... Hey Stuart, how are you, mate? Welcome into the stream. Area Mozambique, oh, we'll add that one back to me. That'll be our first African pin. And Estonia as well. I was very close to visiting Estonia, you know. Actually, yeah, it was Tallinn. When we went to Finland, we were encouraged to go and visit Estonia. By taking the ferry from Helsinki. And they showed us pictures, it looked very beautiful, actually. Estonia is on my travel list. Cool. And then can we do that same there? I guess we'll run the pathway all around the condo complex then, because I need to realign the grids. Will you just connect in nicely for me? There we go. Cool. And one last building. I'll take the 3x3. We're happy with these? Might maybe get a little repetitive if it's the same every time. We'll see. We'll wait for them to grow in. Have you ever watched the Young Offenders EGH? I'm not sure what that is, have you? Doorbell rang, stuff at UK. Hello all, hey Mega Farmer. Do we have a date for when this is coming out on console? We don't, mate, no. We don't. Unfortunately not. Not yet. Parks. Parks through here. So we'll keep it small. We're not overlapping. Actually, I guess I can break that now because the building's grown, so it'll be fine. Have a little park there. Great excuse to extend our surfaces out. Put that straight up to the road on the other side. This little corner as well, I think. I feel like it's going to make a console melt. Yeah, I have a similar feeling. I imagine it's probably something along those lines as to the reason we haven't even seen it yet. Because something's going on. Oh, I wish I was a fly on the wall, you know? Love just to be able to see it. To see what it looks like right now, like when they boot it up to develop it on like the dev kit consoles, like what are they seeing? What does it look like? I'm desperate to know. I really want to know. Maybe a dev will do the anonymous ask me anything on Reddit one day. And all will be leaked. We can hope, can't we? Little playground area here for the people living in the apartments. Small children to entertain and whatnot on a day such as today. A little slide in here too. And a little playhouse. And some seating as well for parent and guardian alike. I've watched most of your videos. I love this game. Glad to hear, Mega Farmer. Thank you for watching, mate. I'm glad to hear you enjoy them. Appreciate your support. Oh, I do love the wall props. What am I looking for here? I want benches. There we go. One in the corner. One over there as well. Maybe a bin or two at the entrance to the park. Something like that. Still no plan for CS2 for Mac. Not that I've heard, mate, no. I'd be very surprised if this ever came to Mac now. Yeah, how's it going, Stuart? Happy weekend, mate. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Can we get some car parking in here, I wonder? No, motorcycle won't fit. Tiny little mini parks. Tiny little baby ones. I mean, that's custom made, isn't it? If it fits, it sits, everyone. Amazing. Brilliant. This is why I love... I don't want to be bold, but I think the surfaces mechanic might be my most enjoyed improvement to vanilla, you know? I think maybe even more than the line tool. Like, I'm so thankful for the line tool. But surfaces, like the ability to remove grass in high density areas, you never do in CS1 vanilla because the decals were never really suited to it. And Surface Painter was never built into the game. The Surface Painter mod did fix that problem, but this is like just so good for vanilla. It's something like that. That's a really nice little street corner, that, isn't it? Massive game changer. The surfaces might be the best bit of the game, actually. Best bit of the sequel, I think. Surfaces. No sniffing yet. No, there is no sniffing this time. Hopefully not. I hope he doesn't come back. Okay, I like this here. Work around the other side of the buildings here now. Time to get some people meander through here as well. I think I'll do a little custom grass surface in here. Make it look like it's a little garden. Might even do this all the way around here, actually. I think it might give a bit of a border to this. I guess what I'm referring to now as a condo development. Just across like that. We getting many people using this? Yeah, a little bit. I think we'll make a direct path here to the train station in a second when we develop this area. Once we're finished with these little blocks anyway. Right. Let's do a little L shape here. It's down the street. Using the little manicured grass surface. I'll have that run up there. And the fanciest tree at the minute is probably the birch, isn't it, I think? I think the birch wins current fanciest. We'll go 18 meters here. And then a little row of flowers. And this way this little garden will always sit next to the building, whatever it turns into as it levels up, because it's not going to stay like that forever. Something like that, maybe. Then there's definitely room for another park there as well, isn't there? Urbanet Park, question mark. Looks like it. If it fits, it sits. It absolutely does. Thank you 157 of you as well for joining me. Happy Saturday to all. Like our American friends are starting to wake up now, are they? I think so. Let's do... How do I want to handle you, actually? I want that all the way up to the pathway? I think so. And then we'll just fill it with what's already here. Get some food trucks around here as well. Places to grab lunch and whatnot. Don't need a line of hot dog stands though. Food cart, couple of tables. I really wish we had, I know it's quite a specific prop to request, but I wish we had some more casual tables. I bet these are all 2. I want this one with chairs on it already. I suppose I could do my own, couldn't I? Is that just that one though? It is, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I want like a cheaper, more casual table set. Maybe I'm not probably sure what I want though, actually. I'm overthinking it. We'll just place these. I think I want another version of this, like a metal version of this. Kind of like, you know those circular benches from CS1? I feel like that's what I want here. But I don't have them. I have so many tables from the workshop, completely unnecessary. Are you playing with big subscription addiction, Jen? Watching from South Australia, hello, Likey and Payne. Thank you for joining the stream, mate. Nice to see you. What flower are you? That one. Okay. Again, you're gonna level up and change, aren't you? So there's not a ton of point in me sketching the surface out, but I'll just do it anyway because it'll look nice. Let's do that one there. And then this one probably will change because it'll level up. Oh, it's fine. Might even just continue the grass surface around here, I see. Yeah, we'll do that. Just keep that pattern of birches going here too. Special. I like that. It's a really cute little block of apartments there, isn't it? Even with some awkward broken zoning, we can still do some quite fun things. It's going to change over time, I think. Because obviously it's going to level up, but the vibe should remain at least. This American friend hasn't been to sleep yet. Are you doing an all-nighter, Kenneth? Or are you just a night owl? What I love about all these builds is we generally see different people's idea of utopian city. The amount of parks, kiosks just doesn't happen in real life. Shows what people actually value. I guess it depends where you are in the world, doesn't it? I suppose you would find a lot of parks densely compact somewhere, especially around apartment blocks. Do you see a lot of parks around social towers in the UK? Probably. But I guess I probably do place quite a lot of them, yeah. I wouldn't say Ilos was utopian. That was not my idea. That was a recreation project though. Depends on the build, I think, doesn't it? Hey Sapphire, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Coca Beans has come to join me, which means she probably wants some light attention. We're not done with the stream yet though, Coca Beans, I'm sorry. Might just have to go top up my drink and let her out in case she needs a little wee. So I think we will just have a little 5-minute break there, guys. I'll give you some twilight views from the bridge, just while I go sort Coco out and get a drink. It'll only be 2-3 minutes, won't be very long. But, just in case you just need a little wee break, we will be right back. What does nighttime look like? Really don't like CS2's night times. We'll go for sunset instead. There you go. Hey guys, yeah, just give me 2-3 minutes. I'm just gonna sort Coco out and grab a drink, and then we'll be back. Hello, people. Sorry about that. I had to go and get her from the yard because she took her chicken's foot down with her and then decided to eat it down there rather than because I gave it like 3 hours ago as well. She chooses now to eat it outside as well. Yeah, hello everyone. You missed much? Was the simulation okay? Yeah, the bridge towers are bent, yeah. Yeah. I think it's intentional, I think it is, yeah. I don't think it's a glitch. Never know though. You never know. Yeah, it's cool little bridges, isn't it? We were talking actually in the comments of the episode the other day, that we might end up upgrading it into one of the lift bridges at some point, maybe when the pack comes out. We'll see. We'll see. Cool. I'm happy with how this is developing here. There's also a space here I want to develop, and then one more this area too. Probably do some more row housing in there, I think. But let's take a break with some train station action. So we got quite a chunky space here, and I think this is prime candidate for some sort of building, be that unique or possible leisure venues here actually. Something Pinfall Palace, Majestic, Eclipse Nightlife. How about some of the floppable leisure venues stuff? Sports Hub Pavilion by the train tracks might look pretty tasty. Should we place some examples here and we can choose together? We got Sports Hub Pavilion. Well, I would place that one, but I can't. But we've also got a sports park complex, which is too big for here. What do you think? Not sure about that one. We've got quite a sporty vibe around here, haven't we? So I'm more inclined maybe to go with game, set, and match to complement a football pitch on the other side. Might even bring another football pitch in as well, actually. Yeah, I think I prefer game, set, match. I think complements the football fields here. Let's go with that then. Let's just delete it for right now. And then we'll bring in some roads to hold everyone. Be able to get lots of fun car parking around here, I think. Bring that down. Snap back to a road. A little bit further south. About there. Yeah, that should be pretty good, I think. Oh, yes. It builds itself, doesn't it? It literally builds itself. Let's do the surface out this way. And then we'll make this walkable as well by actually bringing a pathway through it. Not sure if they'll actually snap to the side of the building there from a pathway. I suppose there's only one way to find out, isn't there? We'll snap to side of building, just come in straight down the middle. We'll see if they pick that up. They might do. And then from what we've already got around here, we'll probably do something a bit more developed with this car park now as well. That space has opened up with the train line moving. Let's bring our brush strength down. I'm in the process of building a PC, otherwise it's still not on console. No. No. Yeah, I think you're better off playing on PC. I don't advise that for Cities Skylines anyway, even CS1. I'd definitely say play on Steam. You get the best experience there with access to the workshop. I think that'll remain the same for CS2 as well. I think the best experience does lie on Steam specifically. To put that point home, if anyone's thinking of upgrading, don't do it on Epic. Epic isn't very intuitive for mod installation, I don't think. issues I've heard people having in the Discord. Let's turn off cell length here. Can we get that? You can. And then might do some fence propping here today. With the prop fences. And then again, the terrain isn't very kind to props there at all, is it? We'll stick with the bush line then. Then again, let me test out some of the UK ones. Will you work? A tall metal fence. You don't work online, do you? No, you don't. Where's the actual collision? Oh, it's oh, it slides down there. It's like slid between the tracks and the land. Yeah, it's getting higher as it goes along, isn't it? You can't even tell it's there either, can you? No. We'll stick to bushes. Bushes are fine. I really do hope we get a fence tool back. I love it's extra detailing tools, isn't it, for CS2 that gives you the fence, the network fence tool, I think. I do hope that makes its way into the vanilla experience. So you can just have any prop essentially kind of almost become a network, really, isn't it? It's kind of how it works. It's it is very good. Cool. Just so there's some sort of visual border between tracks and people here. Why fruit looks better with the green walls. Do those tracks have a permit from the gradient police? I think it's 3.2% or something. So probably not, I think. That's probably too steep. I'm not sure. Is there any train police here now? I think the park and alley roads look a lot better. I never use the divided ones. How does divided into alleyway look? Bit weird. Yeah. I suppose the alleyway ones just look a bit better, doesn't it? It's a bit more discreet. We might as well paint all of this out now. Like it's landscaped parking lot of this game set and match place, right? Apologies if you can hear the motorbikes outside. Blazing past. Have some little bushes here just guiding people into the menu. With the amount of times I've accidentally deleted a road or building when bulldozing props, I wish they introduced an undo button. Yeah, undo would be a great improvement. Great quality of life addition. I don't want to put too much around the grounds here, just a light landscaping, and then we'll just allow some trackside trees to take over the more public car parking here that's not associated with the venue. No? Come on, something must fit. No. Literally nothing. Never mind. We'll just do some bushes instead, I think. Actually, maybe a bit of sand actually might be welcome here. Very almost Ilos style car parking. Did you guys enjoy the Ilos stream, by the way, for those of you that managed to make it? Hope you enjoy being back in the desert for a little bit, even though it doesn't quite load as well anymore, unfortunately. Cheers, perished as the years have gone by. Just redraw that bottom road there as well. For a standard railway, 3.5% isn't great, but it's good enough. Thank you, Brad. I actually saw there was a picture of a big train interchange somewhere. Was it on Discord? Can't remember where I saw it now. But it looked quite steep. Obviously, it can be the angle of the camera, but definitely looked really steep. I was thinking, like, I need to save this to show to the train, please. Eyeless was great. Love the Eyeless live stream. Yeah, it was great. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Tiger Lily. Welcome to the stream. Didn't see you come in. Eyeless was by far my favourite build. It's how I started watching your channel regularly. Thank you, Nicola. Yeah, it was a lot of fun being back in Eyeless. She's an old girl now. A very old girl. With many a fond memory had. I do more first-person tours there, but so much has disappeared, you know. It's kind of hard to now. We've not had a Navaria first-person tour for a very, very long time, actually. I might make that the next one. Oh, can I connect you through that tiny little gap? Oh, yes, there was a sweet spot then. Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. That's so cool. Amazing. Did not think that would work. Fantastic. I know it's on pedestrian street, but I'm fine with that. And then, let's bring sand over here as well. Actually, no. We'll have that green. We'll have a tree there instead. Wonderful. I love the old desert, yeah. Yeah, such a unique build, Isla. My first time using mods as well, of course, so it's very sometimes fondly remembered for me. Unless I come across something I don't like in it. And we'll send one through there as well. Which might just get people using that pathway if they come and park here. Have to wait a little bit for the AI to register it's there, I think. We'll get some zoning around here, actually. This would also be another good place for some low rent towers, actually. Right by the train tracks and all the entertainment. I sneaked in my attendance Cocoa Bear, yes. While she went downstairs and outside to eat her chicken's foot that she's had for 3 hours. She chooses not only then, but there to eat it, right? She knows what she's doing. Don't really love the entrance to this place, to be honest. I feel like we need to rework what's going on here. Key roads, which I think we might do some science with. Let me just save this as well before CS decides to crash and ruin my weekend, so we don't lose what we've done. I do want this key road to come under the tracks, but we might have to terraform to get that to happen, because these key roads elevate themselves and just decide to be difficult. I'm going to take away very, very small terrain, like literally 1 or 2 contour lines, I think should be enough. Quite a high brush strength too. And just so at least the waterfront where the road will sit is as flat and as low to the water as I can possibly get it. I'm not sure what happened if we even just went ahead and flooded it, if the key would still recognize it as shoreline. I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out now. So I want you to come. I think it's better to place it first, maybe. Grid snapping might be helpful here, actually. I can get you one. So it's a big dipping gradient there, isn't it? It goes from plus 1.2 to minus 0.2, which is essentially flat. I think it's doing that weird scoop it does though, isn't it? That's 0.4. And that's minus 1.1. I mean, that looks alright to me. Has it helped somewhat? Yeah, it just gives that massive lip off the back, doesn't it? That's what's a pain in the ass about it. That's fine though. I can make it do with that now. We don't actually need the alleyway road. Because we can connect from this now. I'm gonna keep that terraforming going all the way around as well. Hey Martin, welcome into the stream, mate. Ideal range is a gradient of 1.3%, but can up to 4 on a standard railway to be acceptable. Is that oh, I've lost that height now, haven't I? Yeah. And what would make them do a 4% gradient? Would that just be like they've simply not got the room to have it any smoother? So they just have to go for a simple, steeper gradient. Can we get a little roundabout here? We can if we rejoin you in. Let's do there. And then a roundabout with a tree on it, I reckon. Probably small is all we need. And then from here, we'll do the slope. We've got to find the gradient first, though. Just ease it out of touch. Some rocks would look quite nice there, actually. Okay, and then people can just use this as parking road by the waterfront if they want remove the parking from there. Although I do want birches on the keys. It's always a possibility, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. How do the bushes look on the roads? Pretty terrible, to be fair. We won't do that then. And then this can just be connected back in like that. And you can go down here now. We wanted another venue in there, didn't we? So let's accommodate that first. There's the Neo Barracks, which is very unique. And does have some kind of like rail, what would you call it? A train house? Is that what they're called? Wait, where they put the trains? Like, you know, the little pointy roofs. It kind of looks like a train house, doesn't it? Like an old one that's obviously been converted and gentrified into commercial now. So that could look pretty cool right here, right? Like it is old gentrified rail infrastructure. Where's your entrance there? Train shed, that's what I'm looking for, Vertex, thank you. Oh, is it going to sit and fit as well? It is. Basically perfectly as well. There's not a lot of leeway there either side at all. As a member of the train, please, are you going to change the colours of each line? We can do. Have you preference on which? Why am I going to settings? That is not where I need to go. Train lines. Yeah, we can change them if you want. I'll choose. Another one that's green. And then that's been named now. To Benedict. Oh, this kind of looks like an old barracks that was converted. Yeah, it does, Josh. It does have old barrack vibes, doesn't it? Green and white? How about that? Is that right? The game says it's an old converted military barracks. Well, there you go then. Josh was right all along. Let's come to side of building snapping here. And then can you just find a nice little route under the train here? Down to that. And then everyone is happy. Might even bring a road in there as well. And then we can develop a little green here. First and sixth is very satisfying, isn't it, Star? Totally agree. And the specialized rails where you can have steeper gradients as well. What qualifies as specialized rail? Like weird cargo stuff, maybe? Style and color reminds me of Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, does it, Josh? Does it really? Yeah, it does have very Southwest vibes about it, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I really like it here, actually. And yeah, I can work with this. Yeah, I want to kind of respect the edge of the building almost, so I kind of don't want this road here. Which is fine, because it still has a connection. Yeah, let's do this actually. Slight change of road hierarchy here, everyone. We're going to bring this little road off onto another little cul-de-sac. Which... yeah, we'll just use the asphalt one, I think. Then... are you a path node? You been serious? Are you actually being serious? Really? You leave the path node there and then don't make it drawable? That's got to be a bug, right? That has to be a bug. That must be able to be connected. And there's no way they'd do that. That's such a tease. That's so annoying. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Alright. I'll use surface instead then. I suppose I can go up against the side. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Right. It's just... you can't do it directly out of it. It has to go alongside, right? Or even then, will it? You're okay. Overlapping items, are you sure about that? What's overlapping? You just overlap in very specific places, do you? Okay. Oh, but then it doesn't. Alright. Whatever you want to do, CST. Whatever you want to do. It behaves differently at every click. Cool. That makes me happy then. And then we can also tie this into that little pier that we just deleted as well. Cool. Oh, no, not that. And then we'll make a number of connections here. Let's have... oh, let's do the slope here first, actually. Yeah, I hope they patch these key roads. I do really like them. It's very nice to have kind of a poor man's cut and fill feature built into the network without having to manipulate the terrain. I think they do need to just stop them from jumping up so much. They do create 4 or 5 contour lines from the land around them most of the time. That's a shame. Can we do surfaces here? No, I touch my sand surface up to there, maybe, as a little bit of a garden. Oh. Will this work? You go there. I could move them literally next to each other, but it would involve a bit of a mess around. The homeless are already here as well. Will you go through? No. Use this one instead though. You know what we could do as well is make some highway art out of these surfaces. I think that'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? I'm very inspired for Highway Art again after our recent trip to Ilos and we rediscovered our old friend Highway Turtle. Don't like that one there, actually. And then let's delete that and bring that one up a little bit. That's convincing enough. And then from... Where's the side of building here? Oh, is that going to fit? Oh, come on. You can do it, CST. Oh, no, maybe you can't. Maybe that is the collision radius, isn't it? How about the side then? Where's the actual edge of the building? It's there, isn't it? Bring that down and into the car park. I think so. Then maybe a lot of this kind of dry gravel looking texture will complement what is essentially a little alleyway by the train tracks at the back of the buildings here. Some industrial props possibly welcome, bins and the like. Hey Tim, welcome to the stream. What do we want? Residential, isn't it? Bins is what I'm after. Yeah, a few of them down here. Can't get them right up, unfortunately, but that'll have to do. Any industrial props, maybe the occasional cone and line of safety barriers that the venue might make use of occasionally and are stored here but not in use. Don't want a bit too big really. Let's bring that sand texture all the way down here too. Just up onto the edge like that. Some crates, also welcome. A few of these just hand placed, try not to go too heavy on the line tool here. Always humanizes the placement a little bit. A couple of spools of wire as well. And some cardboard boxes nearby. And some different crates. Cool. Yeah, if I would have left myself enough room there, could have the pathway going down. Could just move it forward a little bit. Yeah, I think I am going to do it actually. I want that pathway to run behind the building. It's really going to annoy me that it doesn't. So let's just arrange for that. This one can be fine. Here, I think. Hey, Red Matic. It has been a long time, mate. How are you? It's nice to see you. Let's just have it come down and sit here instead. Only a slight adjustment. And then that path behind can run then. I just realise I might be being a bit finicky, but I think it'll be worth it. Are you okay, Barracks? Why are you freaking out? Can we just place normally, please? We'll do no snapping. Let's give ourselves that little bit of room then to run down the side too. We're doing an angle in. Hold on, sorry. I'm messing about here now. I just noticed the possible alignment of the angle with the junction of the road. Which is something I'm quite interested in. It might not be possible though. It'd have to be like that, but I don't think that's the angle I want. No. I think I preferred it aligned where it was, just a little bit further forward here. That's what we're on with. Visiting family on the East Coast, glad to hear, mate. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen you here. It's been a while since we've consistently streamed, to be fair. But yeah, I hope all is well, dude. It's nice to see you again. And let's go there. Is that okay? That road junction's a little weird, but we'll do something to finagle that in a second, I think. And then you will come all the way up the side. Let's totally wrap this up now. You want to create a crossing there? No, it's not enough room. That's fine though. We'll find another place to do that. If we're going to connect in with pathways here, let's correct this now. So almost just want to provide enough connection for you. And then the surface will probably play fair there as well, will it? Absolutely will. And then the pathway can come across and hopefully not freak out. There we go. You can come straight through now, all the way down here, and then everyone will be very happy as they touch base with the roads. Let's also get this sloped as well. I really don't understand why move it in Anarchy, not just base game features. Yeah, you would have hoped, right? That was really where my wants and needs lay for the sequel. Can we do all different ones here? We can. We can. Have that there. You probably don't need to come out, really. The other ones will, though. Yeah, let's actually do the pedestrian crossing. And then we'll have the key here. Not from there, though. Let's do this one there. Cool. I think I'm happy with that. And then just a selection of larger trees to fill these little green spaces. We'll get more surface work in here as well. Some more pine maybe. I feel like I'm underusing the pine. I feel like I do use probably too much oak tree in CS2. It's like that in CS1 as well though, to be fair, isn't it? Content creator oaks are just the best trees. I want to bring that cul-de-sac back in here as well. Right, if we can, we should have enough room here. Hopefully. Cul-de-sac. Small. Perfect. Leaving a little bit of tear in there, which is not very nice, so we won't do that instead. We'll just leave it as a dead end with some more trees around the edge. He says placing more oaks, having just said I used too many of them. Another one here. Cool. I'd love some parking here again, actually, if we can. Don't think we'll have enough space here for this, will I? What's everyone doing for dinner tonight? I'm actually feeling quite hungry at the minute. I've not eaten today. You guys have to inspire me. What's everyone doing for dinner? Maybe this will work, actually. Maybe this will work. I love, like, I think we just fawned quite heavily over surfaces. I think the parking roads are equally as welcome to CS2. Equally as welcome. A little bit of sand here. Sure, let's keep some different colours and textures in the area. And then we'll do tree on the corner. We'll do trees here though. And there is a sweet spot. Just be patient. Do we want the path to come across here actually? I reckon we do. And then it should make it a bit more encouraging people to come and walk across to this plaza maybe. And take you all the way down. Yes, and then into this corner as well. It's already hot and humid here this morning, but got to get hotter during the day. Yuck, yep, yuck indeed, Tim. Everyone's suffering with the heat today, I think, mate. Awful worldwide. Tuesday midnight or later in Hawaii when you stream. Well, it's nice to catch you, Red. What time is it now? About that, isn't it, for Hawaii? What time zone is Hawaii? It must be different from West Coast USA, right? It must have its own time zone, I assume. Oaks are the most commentary, probably why I enjoy them. I'm definitely enjoying the D10 and CS2 finally, not as much as in CS1, but still. What do you find is lacking, Jen? What do you think's missing for it? Greek salad and fried cheese. That sounds amazing, EMB. Normally for me, my parents do carry out on Saturday. What sort of carry out, Tim? Chinese? Indian? Chicken with roasted potatoes and veggies, probably some hummus on the side. Oh, you know what, Tiger Lily? I had the, what was it? The hummus with the omelette you suggested the other day. I can't say it was my favourite combination, but it wasn't the most offensive thing I've tried. Probably wouldn't have it again, though. Beyond that, though, that's what just reminded me of that. Hummus on the side with chicken and roasted potatoes sounds good. I have half a lamb and chicken wrap that I'm going to eat for dinner. Save a little bit of green space here, too. What would be a great addition would be the invisible walking network, to be able to make these little walkable plaza spaces much more believable without the path texture. But that's pretty cool. They're walking in a kind of a weird shape there, aren't they? So they're kind of coming off to the side there. Are you going to walk through the hedge? Yes, you are. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's do the surface basically extended up to here then, right? Might as well make it all front of the building, if you like. With some more trees present in that sort of fashion. Own time zone, usually 3 or 4 hours behind us on the west coast, right? Thank you for clarifying, Josh. It's 6 hours behind the east coast. And the west coast is 3 hours behind east coast, isn't it, I think? Good and quick, best kind of meal, yeah. Almost goes with everything. It's a bold statement. We'll see if the chat agrees with it, actually. Does chat agree that hummus goes with everything? I tried it with an omelette for the first time the other week. It's one thing I'm still yet to make myself my own hummus. I do really like it. But I mean, I know like most things are better homemade anyway, but definitely hummus is. I'm kind of tempted, you know, to just break all this open and keep it pathway. I definitely want more car parking down here. Let's let this happen. And then probably grid snap would be fine here. Probably go double-sided parking actually. Should we go some angled? I feel like I underutilized angled parking quite a bit. Cool. Car parking up against the train tracks, which will look great. That always reminds me of Oceanside, that in California, where we took inspiration for a Kokai build quite a while ago now. Will you behave if you do that? Not really. It's fine though. We can correct it. Is that okay? It's a little bit weird, but I can deal with it. Hey, Mando, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. We're just talking about if hummus goes with everything, if you care to weigh into the argument. Feel free to do your opinion out. I don't want to remove that pathway there, actually, but I do want to extend the texture up and across here, so we can just have it as one big, detailed, walkable plaza with some parks on it, probably. Then I'm going to save a little bit of green here, just for some little gardens that we can make out of our trees, flowers, and planters, etc. No, I'm not a fan of hummus, says Bread Pickles, which is surprising for someone called Bread and Pickles. You would have thought hummus would have been a match made in heaven, wouldn't it? Not with everything, no, says EMB. He does have some good food opinions, to be fair. Jude loves hummus and says yes. I like hummus, but sure does not go with everything. Tiger Lily will die on the hill. Love hummus goes with everything. Chick-fil-A sauce goes on most things. Never had Chick-fil-A sauce. Do we have Chick-fil-A in the UK? I think it's only down south, isn't it? It's like a city chain, really. You won't find Chick-fil-A up north, I don't think. Right, let's create some little food markets then, right? I think we can have a lot of fun with this little space out here. So we'll stick some of these little food tents out, home to various different herbs and spices, as you imagine. Sort of place you can get Thai street food. Jacket potato. Pulled pork, definitely. There's always pulled pork at these places. But roasted red pepper hummus is amazing. I had someone telling me to try the chili hummus the other day. The other week. And I think it might have been a similar conversation about hummus on an omelette, and then it developed into chili hummus is better than regular hummus. There's a Chick-fil-A in Preston, is there? Right. You guys want me to vlog my first... I might make that a Patreon video, actually. I'll drive to Preston, and I'll try Chick-fil-A for the first time, make a video out of it. I'll slowly become a food influencer. One of those people that eats in their cars. Have you seen those people on the shorts? Where they're like, oh, hey guys, I've got like 70 quid's worth of KFC here, and they eat it in their front seat. That would give me such anxiety that there's like fried chicken in the car. Like, so odd. Have you seen them? You guys must have seen them, right? Chick-fil-A is good, but gets old fast. I think that's pretty much universal for most fried chickens, isn't it? I think too much fried chicken is just... It's a lot of grease after a while, isn't it? There's a lot of grease after a while. I do like KFC though. KFC is good. Chick-fil-A sauce does go with most things. Chick-fil-A sauce is so good. Chick-fil-A sauce on hash browns is goated. You can buy the sauce from the grocery store. Tim wasn't impressed by Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's an American chain, Bread Pickles, so we don't really I'm just not really exposed, especially where I am. If you live in London, like I think there's a Tim Hortons in Leeds, but just where I am, I'm just not exposed to it. It's very much kind of like mum and dad local shops around here rather than chains. I'm pretty sure the chains can't operate in and around the national parks just due to licensing. They're simply not allowed to set up business here. Like there's no McDonald's in the Lake District, for example. The cities that do have the chains tend to be a little bit later to the party with them. How long would it be before Lancaster gets a chain? Or North American chain at least. Yeah, I know Tim Hortons is Canadian. North American is what I'm including there. North American continent as opposed to just the country. Fried chicken and hummus. Yeah, I can imagine that being alright. That's quite a lot of savoury though. That's a very savoury mouthful, isn't it? Which can be fine. But a more balanced bite can be welcome at times. Do you want to go with sand here? Between the filler? I think I'll go with sand and rocks. Again, a very ILOC car park actually. Sand, rocks and a couple of little bushes. Just so it's not constant green, you know. Got a few of these around here. Look how busy that pathway is as well now, right? Everyone walking up onto the train station. With some decent foot traffic out here now as well. Very tight, look at that. Probably one of the, like, the smallest and more discreet transit hubs we've built this one, but I love it. I love all the surfaces and the little tram lanes. It's very nice. I like it around here. Hey Dave, how are you, mate? Aretha, nice to see you, buddy. How's things? I hope you're well, mate. I prefer local businesses anyway. I wish we had more here in America. So change. You'll get onto the small towns, haven't you? It's so rare now. Like a local business will survive in a big city environment. It's like the rents are insane for people to rent if they don't own the business itself. Wild. Working in Omaha, there was no Chick-fil-A, and whenever an aircraft flew to Dallas, a regular one, they'd have to bring like a cooler full of takeout. Would they really? Would that be alright on the flight? Are you allowed to bring like a massive fried chicken on a plane with you? I guess so, right? I really like this. This is a nice little area right at the back of the arena there, isn't it? Coco is also at my feet again here. You okay, Coco Beans? Oh no, she's back on her bed now. Maybe she's willing to wait for me a bit longer. It is. It is getting time up for walk number 2. Patience only lasts for so long. And just more green belt through here. Okay. Pause check as well, please, everyone. I am sat absolutely horrendously. Please correct your spines, they're very precious. Cool. Look at everyone walking down here now as well, right? Just fun little spaces around these big buildings, just getting lots of activity. All in the shadow of our little mid-rise and high-density area too. Cool little area of the city, this. I really like this. We're in the same boat. The country and mountain village packs were a pleasant surprise though. Chick-fil-A doesn't do a fried chicken in that sense. They maybe do sandwiches and chicken strips, etc. Should we we're not averse to checking out menus, are we? Let me go to the Chick-fil-A site, which is forbidden, apparently. Well, there we go. I'm just trying to search for... Here we go. This restaurant is closed, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Nice looking city, thank you. What do you think so, mate? What have we got here then? So they do a breakfast. A spicy chicken biscuit meal. Interesting. I've never had the American biscuit before. Bacon, egg and cheese biscuit meal. I can't imagine, is that like, does it not just crumble everywhere? I can't imagine the texture of eating a fried chicken biscuit. Entrees. It's very upmarket for a fried chicken place, isn't it? Entrees. You mean fried chicken? Which technically is an entree, who's to judge, right? Okay. Yeah, just a lot of chicken-based product, isn't it? And the sauce is apparently the best, right? Any decent sides? I think sides is always important at a place. Chicken noodle soup for a side? That's very random. Especially from a fried chicken place, isn't it? Has anyone tried the chicken noodle soup? I don't think I've ever seen a fried chicken place do chicken noodle soup before. Waffle fries, yeah, waffle fries are always a winner. Yeah, I love waffle fries. Over here, I just want to sort out this bit of area. And then I think we're pretty much at the limit of Coco waiting for a walk. we'll create a little box here, and then I'm going to have some more car parking coming out this way. And then our paths will rejoin up. And we can probably paint out some texture we've already got around here as well. So you will come down here. You don't need to go over there. Then we grab that green grass there through the fence. We can indeed. And we'll just pull all that up actually. All the way up to there. Although, we might as well actually carry on there, hadn't we? Actually, not that side of the pathway here. Just so it runs level with it, really. Perfect. And then a path round to the other side of the car park where you work. I just need a simple connection. That'll be fine. And then we can draw this one up here. So I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole of videos this week of oil rig disasters, which was incredibly fascinating. Just to read through some of them. If you wanted to watch it, it was a channel called Brick Dimmer or something, about the Ocean Ranger disaster, which was a fascinating listen if anyone's into the sort of, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, disaster appreciation. I do find them quite almost like intoxicating to watch, aren't they? I kind of, every time 9/11 rolls around, I kind of become really obsessed with it. Again, same with the Titanic. These enormous disasters. It's like morbid curiosity, I think, is, I guess, the best way to describe it, isn't it? So I fell down a rabbit hole of oil rigging disasters. The collapse of Texas Tower 4, which was a Cold War early warning system. Also for that as well. A huge rabbit hole. Brick mortar, that's the one it'll be. Yes, brick mortar. It's so cool. Yeah, a lot of Chernobyl stuff into it. Yeah, I love stuff on Chernobyl. The Sky series was great if you haven't seen that, by the way. The 6-episode drama of Chernobyl on Sky is a very good dramatization of the event. Yeah, stuff like that. And then fell down all the shipping disasters, like all the old cruise liners that sunk, like Titanic and Lusitania, and the Britannic. Like, just I fell down a huge rabbit hole. Yeah, I went down submarine disasters. I was reading a submarine one, the wasn't there Ulysses? What was it called? Hold on, let me check my YouTube history. It's so fascinating. I just went down this huge rabbit hole of disaster videos. It was super interesting. The Thresher. Yeah, the loss of the USS Thresher, the submarine in disaster. It was yeah, super fascinating. Yeah. Yeah, but if you haven't seen Brick Mortar's videos of the Ocean Ranger disaster, super fascinating. Highly, highly recommend it to you. If you're into like your morbid curiosity disaster stuff, it's excellent watching, really. Let's get some benches in this park here, just as a bit of an extension. It was a bit weird having it all just empty like that. And we'll do 12 meters. Just how do we always end up talking about food? Yeah, it's pretty common, isn't it? We're all just foodies at heart. I think there's probably quite a good market for me to transition into a cooking channel because I think I probably won't lose that many of you if we just keep making food content. I wish the picnic blankets were available as a surface here. I've been throwing a little stage, maybe some local acts can perform here. Some kiosks at the corners and whatnot. Yeah, picnic blankets are in the base game, but they're not available as props, so I hope that changes. How about some of these? Do you always spawn with an umbrella or not? Ah, different prop every time. Okay. Honestly, I quite like them just on their own. It makes it look like a little, almost like kind of performing arts stage, doesn't it? Which I kind of like. I can combine you with one of the UK sheds. Yeah. Let's get some larger trees around here too, especially near the back of the stage here. Now, do we go tree lined here? I think we will. I like war history. Yeah, I love war history. There was a great video actually of the siege of Berlin that came up for me the other day. I watched that, and there was like showing sort of like old video footage from inside the siege of Berlin from all these German citizens, and they're like spray painted on the walls like it took Hitler 6 years to achieve this. Are you happy? And like all spray painted on, like seeing the collapse of the capital. Yeah, it's a fascinating documentary. Yeah, I love World War II history. I really want to go see the beaches in northern France as well. Yeah, I find it, again, it's kind of a more morbid curiosity, isn't it, you know? It's a fascinating yet horrific piece of human history, the Second World War. As is the First World War as well, to be fair. But fun fact, I wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the Second World War, because my great-grandfather was an American soldier. So, if it hadn't have happened, none of us would be here right now talking about it, which is strange, isn't it? Hurt your head, if you think about it like that. I'm going to sketch out a little backstage area for the little performing arts stage here, I guess is what we're going to go with, isn't it? I was at the University of Liverpool in the physics department during Chernobyl. Some of the guys had to check radiation levels in lamb meat to find out when they could be sold safely. That's so cool, Chan. What a thing to be a part of. Yeah, Chernobyl was mad, wasn't it? Now there's like the elephant's foot just left smouldering there. Isn't there like a black fungus that's eating radiation in Chernobyl as well? Which sounds incredibly dangerous. But yeah, fascinating. Yeah. There's a lot of very interesting things in human history, isn't there? Yeah, and every time anniversaries roll around, especially with the Titanic and 9/11 in particular, every time, like, just because the videos always start bubbling the algorithm again around the anniversaries, and they always just fall down these big rabbit holes of them. It's becoming quite a problem. They're just some stage props, right? Things that might be used to put on a little show here. Nothing too serious. Looks really great, doesn't that, in the little mid-rise area of Yoakley here? I like that screenshot there. Yeah. Some of the AI content is funny because, yeah, some of it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely mental. Some of the Arctic Expedition videos are really cool. I also love the TV series on Terror. I've not seen that one, Brad. I had an obsession with learning about the fall of the Weimar Republic recently. I've not heard of that one. Exit Secret Yank? No, I've spoken about it before. I've mentioned my grandfather was American before. Yeah, that makes me 1/8 American, I believe, doesn't it? Through heritage. Or via great-grandfather. Yeah. Cool. I'm really liking this area. I don't think I want the landscape texture here, though, between the car park. I think we'll get rid of that. That's a little bit weird there. Right. When I was a kid, I was really into American Civil War. You know what? That's something I know very little about, actually. I've never really, we never studied it in school. And it's never really a time period took a great deal of interest in, to be honest. But yeah, I actually know very little about the American Civil War. Very little indeed, actually. Maybe that'll be tonight's rabbit hole. I'll go learn about that. I'd have to work for a couple of hours. Have a great Saturday. What do you too, Robbie? Thanks for hanging out, mate. Have you heard of the RMS Olympic? Was that one of the Titanic class ships? sister ships. Was it Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic, wasn't it, I think? Am I correct in saying that? The original wave of ocean liners. Is that the one you're talking about? I think of all the disasters I would not like to be lost in, I think dying in a submarine implosion would probably be the worst. Not like an instant one like the Ocean Gate, but like a slow buckling of rivets and bolts and whatnot as it slowly gives way to the pressure. I think that would probably be the worst one to be in, wouldn't it? Well, if we're taking war out of it, of course, just like actual disasters rather than warfare, for example. That's probably the worst one I'd not like to be in, right? Do we have any submariners in the chat? Doubt it. They're probably all underwater, aren't they? rather than sat here. I wouldn't mind some little office spaces here, you know. Maybe some southwest stuff might be quite at home here along the river. Otherwise, this little area is looking much better though, isn't it? I really like what we've done today. Really fun stream. Got a lot done. Let me know when you're ready to jump down that rabbit hole. Like, anytime, Josh, mate. If you've got stuff you want to start me off on, yes, please send them down. Olympic class ships, yes. My father used to do Revolutionary War reenactments. Yeah, we have a few LARPers in the Discord actually. Bit of the old live action roleplay. Next week we're talking Civil War. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go into it, love. I'll dish out what I've learned. True. Deep water in small places, no thank you. I used to be quite, what I might do here actually? I keep forgetting these exist. Little narrow quay with pedestrian path. Yeah, I keep forgetting about them. Do we want to key off this waterfront here? Try and keep the gradient as smooth as possible. But I think this will be a nice place to use them. And then let's just bring them around the back of the office and then connect in. Yes, when it's not a very annoying height difference there. I'm even going to be able to slope that. I don't know if I have the room. You're a submariner, Matic, are you? What, are you actually on the like submarines? Are you in the I guess Navy? Would be Navy, wouldn't it? I don't know if the Coast Guard also has submarines. Josh can probably answer that question for us. Will you connect here in some very weird fashion? How do we handle this merge? Do we do... Will you join together? Oh, you will. You will join together. Although you're not behaving right with the terrain though. Please don't do that. It sort of does it, doesn't it? It's not the smoothest thing you've ever seen. Just don't think it's gonna play fair, is it? I mean, that sort of works. Yeah, okay, let's do that then. I didn't mean for that to happen. But if it works, it works. There's a really cool online alt history game called Social Democracy. You play as the local Democratic Party of Germany and try to stop the Nazis from taking over. That's an interesting concept. I guess you can also do the same in Hearts of Iron, right? If you play as the Nazis and then just go full diplomacy. I guess you could do it in Hearts of Iron as well. I really wish I could play Hearts of Iron just because I'm so interested in Second World War time period, but very complicated game. Can just about play Stellaris. Don't have time to learn Hearts of Iron 4 as well. Can't tree line these keys, can we? No. We happy with that little crossing there? I think that's quite nice, isn't it? I wish they would remove the fences here, though. The Coast Guard does not have submarines, good. We only have submarines when things go wrong. Yeah, true. That's true, actually, Josh, isn't it? Yeah, I see in that, what was it called? Thresher, the USS Thresher submarine disaster I was watching. They said actually the Coast Guard was involved with the submersible operation. Those Americans have submarines with intercontinental ballistic missiles on board. So you don't fire them, right? That would be bad for all of us. I recently learned the Americans dumped in today's money around £2 million worth of tea into the harbour. Yeah, wasn't that as part of the revolution? They threw all the tea into, was it Boston Harbour, was it? Somewhere on the East Coast, wasn't it? I think I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of really good kind of like documentary stuff available on YouTube now. You can learn so much for free these days. It's pretty incredible, really. Right, let's finish the live stream off over here. We've got one more little block to fill, which will be our row home districts. And then I am enormously happy with the changes we've made today. How much better is this road looking? Those Chinese assets have stayed all nice and sensible as well, haven't they? Right, let's go here. Take everything away. And where are we going to come out here? Actually, do you know what? This would be a good spot for a petrol station, wouldn't it? Should we do a gas station here? We've got ploppable gas stations because of the UK pack. Oh dear. It's not what I meant to do. Let's push all that up. And then I'm very interested to play with this. So unique commercial. Small UK petrol station. Yeah, the large one, which still isn't really that large, is it? Which is fine. Let's do terrain here. Something like that. Little gas station, just off the highway exit here. Wouldn't that be pretty tasteful, right? Looks really nice, like, thank you so much, Jen. Glad you're enjoying it. And then you will go this way. And over there. With power and water, you will not get that from elsewhere, so let's provide it now. There we go. And then sewage. Keep it under the road. 2 gas stations possibly. Do you want it to be quite a big? I don't use up all my gas station ploppables. No. Maybe just another commercial building next door to it. Just vanilla North American, I think. Let's actually place you on the road so you're aligned with tiles. There we go. And then that one there. Maybe an office. Do an office. And then we can film with the row home district here. It was Boston and they have a recreation where you can throw fake tea into the harbour, do they? Hey Scrunch, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I know 166 of you here as well. Thank you for hanging out with me on Saturday. I'm not outside enjoying the weather. We are able to use our buoy tenders to lower small submersibles and definitely help our naval brethren conduct SAR. SAR? Can I guess what that is? Search and rescue, probably. Oh, you're taking the piss. It just crashes. Oh my god. Right. That's probably a good place to leave the stream anyway, because I need to go take Coco out. But yeah, wonderful. A crash to round off the stream, everyone. Thank you for hanging out and chat with me for so long. I hope you've had fun. Lots of fun in Yoakley tonight, which I'd love to show you. Alas, it's crashed, so we probably lost about 10 minutes of detail in there, but it's fine. I'll show off the additions at the end of next episode, or the start of next episode, rather. And then we'll get stuck into the port next week with Rannoch out as usual on Monday. But thank you for modding, Josh. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you for keeping everything in mind. And for everyone for hanging out for me this Saturday. Thank you for not sitting outside and hanging out with me. A shout out to EMB, Brad, Jude, Jen. Oh, should we do some more maps? Let's do some more maps before we go. Let's do some more pins before we finish the stream off for those that have hung around to the end. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. LB, Ben, Jude, Johnny, Tiger Lily, Izzy, Scrunge, Imitable Gaming, Red Matic. Nice to see you again, mate. Thanks for the food talk. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's do that one there. We'll do New Haven. Connecticut, that's right, isn't it? I think. Yep. There we go. We'll do Mount Gambler. Am I saying that right? South Australia. There we go. Shipley, West Yorks. There you go. Global audience, big time global audience, yeah. Big time. It's cool. We'll keep adding to this every week and we'll slowly watch the world fill. But so far, we got 17 different map points here. And already with a pretty global spread, right? How cool is that? Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you for hanging out, guys. If you've enjoyed it, likes and comments always help me out. Leave me a comment on the stream VOD when it's done. Otherwise, let's thank you all so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.